everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. We are here with day 4 of Members Week, and what a Members Week it's been so far. I'm not here by myself. I'm with the lovely Lisa. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Natalie, we've been reunited on the show.
We have again. We've not had to wait too long this time.
No, exactly. I feel like you have. I saw this morning when you walked in, and you had this nice little top on. I was like, you've dressed quite,
I've
whimsical.
tried to go into the feel of the collection today with this one. I was thinking, the gorgeous florals. I could be just in one of these topper sets.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could just be sat there perched with my wings on.
No wings for Natalie, and especially if you've watched the show, you'll know no fairy wings for Natalie. So yeah, Members Week. If you are new to watching, you've only just tuned in this week, or you're not a member, now is the time to become a member. So when we do these a few times a year, you can get double discounts. So this gives you 10% if you're a club member and 20% off if you're a diamond member. And that's not just on new launches, that's on absolutely everything on the website. So if you want to stock up on your foam pads, your tape, your glues, your card blanks, now is the time to do it. It's a really great time. Plus, there's been a free gift, which has just been...
Oh my God, it's been so popular.
Flying out the door.
I feel like every single, other phone call is to buy the club gift. Everyone wants the club gift.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Floral Serenity is all we're hearing.
It's beautiful.
It is really nice. Make sure you grab that if you haven't already. And then we've had 3 launches as well. We've had some amazing little books. We've had some fabulous apertures, designer card papers, and then today we've got this amazing fairy Decadence collection. But before we go into that, are we doing the winners first?
Yes.
Okay. Right, so let's do our winners from yesterday's Win It Weekly. Correction, Win It Daily. So yesterday's question was, who took part in a Tough Mudder challenge for charity? Was it A, Dan, B, Stacey, or C, Kelly? And you will get to win 5,000 reward points, and these will get put onto your account, which is an incredible prize.
Such a good prize.
Really, and so you can buy whatever you want. You can save them, you can add them to your points you've already saved up. It's such a good prize. But Nat, do you know the answer?
I wasn't sure, I was a little bit. It was probably the one question this week that I have not had a clue who the answer is.
Really?
Because Stacey does lots of mad stuff, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's signed up to do a 40-kilometre paddleboard.
I know.
In the end of April. She did a 5-kilometre at the weekend.
Yeah.
Didn't come last.
In the freezing cold.
We were very, very proud of her. But yeah, she does some mad stuff. She's climbed Snowdon 3 times last year. Who does that?
Was it 3 times?
Yeah, because she did it the first time when it snowed.
Yeah.
She got all the way up to the top. Then she did it with me, and then she did it with her dad in September.
Oh, right, okay.
So she does crazy stuff.
She does.
So then I thought it might be Stacey, but I wasn't sure. And then Dan, I thought he would sign himself up for this, but he wouldn't like to get muddy.
Do you not think?
No. And then I just thought,
I mean,
it is something that you would do, but I feel like it would be something that you would talk about doing and not actually do.
So, it is me.
Is it?
It is me. This was quite a few years ago.
Okay.
And so the question doesn't say, did you do it and enjoy it? Or did you do it and cry?
Did you do it and finish it?
I did. Probably one of the last.
Did you cry?
I think there was one, but I think probably 5 minutes into it, and you jumped in a puddle and you was completely wet through, full of mud.
Was it cold?
Yeah, and then you still had 10 kilometres left, and I was like, no,
I can't do this.
no, I'll go home now. Where's my car keys?
But you did it.
I did it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
There you go, then.
even Stacey messaged me yesterday. She was like, who is this? It's me.
This is what I mean. It's a really tough question.
So the winner is, Lisa, do we have the winner? Christine Grice, congratulations. You are the winner for yesterday. So if you get in touch with us, you can send a message to an email to service, or you can private message us on Facebook, and we will sort those reward points out. So huge congratulations to you.
Such a good prize.
So we've got a brand new question for today, and today's question is, who once played Dopey in Panto? Was it A, Kat, was it B, Natalie, or was it C, Dan? Hard question because you're all quite loud.
We're all a bit mental, aren't we? We're all a bit on the edge.
Yes.
But so, yeah, good question this week. Good question.
Yeah, very
good questions all week, by the way.
They're a bit of fun, aren't they?
I think every single day they've been a bit like, it could be that person, it could be that person. Like, who knows?
Yeah. I can imagine you all in Panto, but I won't give anything away. If you can,
it's behind you.
Let us know your answer, and we will pick that lucky winner tomorrow. But let's get into this brand new collection. Let's run the VT.
Can we just do a disclaimer?
A disclaimer?
I'm about to drop it in, so it's going to be very loud.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So just this VT might be a little bit loud.
Turn your tellies down quickly.
So, apologies from Lisa there. She said if you had to turn your earphones down, but how beautiful are those cards? This is a fairy collection, but not, to me, it's not what I usually expect. Sometimes they can be quite for like the young at heart and quite like girly, or
I like this one because I think it's the flowers and like the sort of like scenes that the fairies are in. It's very Art Deco.
Oh yeah,
it's like Art Deco meets fairies, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's the perfect mashup.
And there's some patterns actually in the foil cardstock that we'll show you after that are quite Art Deco. Yeah, I like that. So if we just head over and have a look at what you can get in the Ultimate Collection. So here it is, you can see your topper collection there on the top, and just look at those colours. You've got a little book, you've got your inserts, you've got double-sided papers. So usually that saves £8, but if you are a club member today, it'll save £11 because you can get this bundle for £26.97. And look at the price if you're a Diamond member, £23 for all that.
So good, isn't it?
Yeah, so good. It's just absolutely beautiful, but let's have a little look through, a little closer look, and let's get it right, there we go. Look at this, look at this Midnight Beauty
so
here.
Pretty, isn't it? And I think the colourways are really, really nice.
And there's some accent foiling on here, which is just the attention to detail.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's in the hair, some of it's on like little strands of the hair, it's on like the wings. Here we go, we've got the foil cardstock there, but just look at that really large, it's almost like a topper shape down there, isn't it, that you could just cut out here. You could pop that in the corner of a card, you could pop it in the middle of a card if you wanted to.
I think the compositions that you've got in your cardstock for this kit are probably my favourite in a very long time. Like, I can instantly look at that card and think, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this.
Yeah, and there's one actually I saw before and I was like, oh, you could make a little cat flap or something with that, couldn't you? This one, Amethyst Beauty, but the designs, they're timeless, aren't they?
They are.
They really are, and they're so striking. It's got lots of positive sentiments on here, but as well the size of the actual toppers. Look at this one.
They are massive.
It's really big. I did a little count up before, and you get over, I think, 100 foiled and die cut elements in this little top collection, because there's all sorts. You've got your buttons, your tags, borders.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Look at that. So nice. Just think if you was to footy cut round those wings as well, you could like bend them slightly. They could pop out of your card if you wanted to do that. And then we've got this other one here. And it's all got beautiful textures in the background, some like watercolour style textures. Love this one. Look at these, they're just radiant.
It's just like that gorgeous like mix of it's like a jade green colour that's in here, but it's so stunning, and it's very regal as well with the colours that we've chosen. It just captures the light so well as well in all of the artwork.
Yeah,
it's really, really beautiful.
There's a sentiment on one of them, and it says, "I'm a queen for the day."
Nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? One of your friends.
There's some really nice sentiments included. I'm sure there's. I'm trying to think of one of the sentiments. I think it might be on the green sheet actually, but it's really nice.
And then the last one here is just a lovely pink, slightly softer than the other colours, lovely and feminine, but all the artwork in the back of the fairies, they're all like sort of like gardeny themed, like in the forest. This one's got like vines and like little subtle flowers and butterflies, so it's just really lovely for everyone. Oh, this is the one I saw.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, you could just...
Cat flap.
Absolutely.
100%.
And that's foiled. It's... I really like that foiled cardstock sheet.
It's gorgeous.
And then this is the last one. So that is the Topper collection, and you can grab that for $19.99. Get your double discount as well, but of course the value is in that incredible bundle.
Look at your double discount when you're buying that though.
$15.99.
It's so good.
I know.
It's so good.
We love a double discount week, don't
we?
we?
Really love a double discount.
Inserts and papers. So these are $7.99 on their own, but of course they are in the bundle. So we've just got slightly muted versions of those fairies with that like speckled watercolour texture in the background, and you're going to receive 12 inserts and 12 of these lovely papers too.
They are really, really pretty, and I love the fact that they match up with like the colours and the fairy artwork, so you can really like use them across the whole of your sort of card making. There's some really nice designs in these papers.
And this is, I feel like when you said it meets deco,
yes,
like the patterns,
yeah,
full
the
on
patterns,
bit of glam,
the gorgeous sort of like flourishes. This one is particularly lovely.
Oh wow.
It's magnificent. Like it's just like the gold detail. It almost looks like they're like really fancy like Italian sort of like fences. You know, like those iron cast fences that are all like beautiful. Or in like Barcelona, I'm sure there's some like
tile.
some like some type of like styled interior design that looks just like that.
Amazing. So it's $7.99 for your inserts, and then the last thing that's included in your bundle is the square little book of Fairy Decadence.
I think this is one that you'll definitely be needing more of, because the artwork in here is really nice.
It is, and we have designed, and it will show you later, a moonstone die.
Oh my god, it works perfectly.
It's just like all the shapes that you see throughout this, the circles, the arches. This moonstone die is just going to work with this perfectly. It's going to make those images just stand out. Going to be able to add an extra little bit of glamour if you're
and the
doing
artwork
it in
and
foil.
the design that you've got within these little book pages, like a lot of the time you want to do decoupage, you want to be fussy cutting into them. I think with all the artwork we've got in here, I just want to be using them as flat sheets.
Yeah.
They are beautiful. There's so much going on.
Oh, look
in
at
all the
her.
different designs, like the flowers. It almost looks like you're in another world.
It does.
Like a Narnia of fairies.
Oh, I love it. And even if you don't really, you know, like sci-fi or sort of things like that, like fantasy.
Yeah.
But this is so beautiful.
It is so, so pretty. It's a great mix of like both of those two sort of like themes, like you say, with the fairies and the fantasy. Almost reminds me of like gameplay characters as well that you would find in like video games. Absolutely gorgeous. But then the beautiful sort of deco elements that we've got within it are just what makes it stand out. So, so beautiful. But yeah, it's absolutely magnificent, isn't it?
And do you know who worked on this collection?
I think it was Dawn.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Nice.
It's so pretty though.
So that is the square little book, which you've just seen all those images in there. You're going to want to stock up on that, and just because they're just timeless, you can use them for so much. But grab the bundle, and you can get that bundle for $26.97 if you're a club member, 23 if you're a diamond member. But let's head over to Nat.
Okay, so we're going to go all out with this one, and we're going to start off really strong. We're going to use that beautiful, this beautiful sort of like dark black images, but we're literally going to go all out with this. So I'm going to start by actually making a stepper from this cardstock. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and I'm just going to trim this down to 8, so that is going to give me a nice sort of like length here, and you can cut this sort of down to wherever you want to when you sort of like put these elements together. So what we're going to start off with is I'm going to bring my scoreboard in just so I can like work out where we're going with this. So on the inches side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it in half at 4. So I'm just going to score it all the way up to where this line meets here. So I've got my first scoring then. And then what we're going to do is we're going to score it at 6, kind of like all the way up to that line. And then what I want to do is I want to make 2 more steps here, but they need to be like equal. So I've got 4 inches left. So I'm going to do 1.5 and then 1.5 again, and then I'm going to do a really thin, this one is going to be sort of like 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go down to 2.5, sorry, and then all the way down again, and then I'm going to do it at 1 all the way to this point, and then I'm also going to do it again all the way down at 1/2. So I've got all of my sort of scores in there for my stepper. Now I probably will trim this so it's a little bit thinner, but if you were going to send this, you would need to sort of like create your own card blank for it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up onto here, and where this panel here meets my trimmer, at the very edge of that, I'm going to take my trimmer blade and I'm going to do it from the first score all the way to that back score in here. And then this is going to create my gorgeous shape. Now, the next step is that I just want to bring this back in, and I want to take this onto my cardstock again, and at that middle point, at that 4 inches, I'm going to just bring it all the way across, because this is going to create our sort of like fold in the center. So now what we can do is take our craft knife, and we are just going to go along this point all the way across this gorgeous arch, because we want this to stand out in our stepper, all the way across there. And then I'm just going to also go in on that fairy wing at the top. And then when I'm doing steppers like this, what I love to do is start in the center. So line up those points, making sure that that is fully straight, and we're just going to score that cardstock all the way down. And then what we can do here now is mountain and valley fold these points to create that gorgeous sort of stepper effect.
Just a really good way to use that cardstock.
Well, it screams at you to be used in this way. It's just the way that the artwork has been sort of like designed on here. It just has to go like this sort of design. It's absolutely stunning. It does make obviously the whole length of your card now the size of a, I'm trying to think now.
Oh.
A4, there we go. So it is really long, but I do believe that we have A4 card envelopes in stock.
Oh, do we?
So you would be able to put it in one of them, and you would need that extra sort of spacing as well because of the top. We are going to trim it down ever so slightly. I'm going to bring it in at this point here. Let's just fold that back out now, because I just want to straighten that out. I just want to trim this sort of edge off here. So I'm just gonna, I want to make sure that I've got enough there that it's still gonna score and sort of fold just on that very point. Is a very, very thin point now. And then I'm thinking of doing this to about, let's do it about 10.5, so you've still got some of that yellow bit in as well. So again, we can just line that up to there. And when you've got cardstock like this, it's very easy to cut into it first and then do all your scores. But sometimes when you've got designs like this, it's actually easier to put the scores in first and then trim those little bits away, because you can really see sort of like how it's going to sit. So let's fold this back over now, and I'm just going to go in and add these extra scores in. And then we can just go straight in with our toppers and the designs. And I am going to go all out with this one. So I'm actually going to change the fairies. So instead of using the fairy that matches, I'm going to go in with this one. And she can go sort of like at the back here on that first stepper. And then I'm also going to use this fairy here, which is a different fairy again. And this one says, spread a little sparkle wherever you go. So that one can go there. So I'm looking at my toppers, making sure that I can fit them all in. I can see them all. And then I'm also going to go in with this little topper, which does match the fairy here. And I'll place that across the side there. And then we've got Dream Big, and we've also got On Your Birthday. So I'm going to go with the Dream Big just because we've gone with spread a little sparkle wherever you go. So I think I'm going to add that onto, maybe I could place it on the very first step because there is space. And then in this little gap here, I'm going to take a tiny bit of this border that is sort of mirrored in the artwork.
Sam on Facebook has put spending hours on the M6 hasn't stopped on actually.
Absolutely not.
No, well, everything.
Today was good though. Do you know what? I came the same way today, past your house.
Yeah.
Because the capital centre's not been very fun. So I came past your house and I timed myself from where I stopped yesterday
when you called
to get into the office. Now, once you get past, when you get past the bridge near Estie's nursery,
yeah,
it does get a little bit bigger. But when I called you to getting to work, it took, with traffic, quite bad traffic on that main road,
yeah,
it took me probably 15 minutes. I got to Estie's nursery from where I got stuck yesterday in 5 minutes.
I know.
That took me, that took me 2 hours to do that journey. 2 miles in 2 hours. Don't remind me, Sam. I don't need reminding of this week.
I yesterday obviously wasn't in as long as you. I was only in it for like half an hour. But Estie was like, I had to try and entertain her, so I gave her my snack out of my lunch bag.
Oh no, but then you not got snacks?
No, so when I picked her up last night, she went to me, Mummy, there's a snack in your work bag. I was like, well, no, you've ate it. you ate it this morning.
Oh yeah, it wasn't fun. It was not fun. And then I did have traffic going home yesterday as well, and I had to go pick Oscar up. And Dan had texted me to ask me where I was and if I'd left work yet. And I said, I've left work, but there's really bad traffic over the tops. And he was like, right, okay. I was like, we're going to have to call each other in half an hour and see who's closest. Yeah. But luckily he was closer by that point, so he went to pick him up. But let's just level these all out now and make sure that that fits in that gap. And I've removed the side as well. If you wanted to make sure that this had a little bit more structure, placing some acetate behind there really, really works. But then we can just, again, score this back up to see where all those folds go. We can place that one there. I'm going to go in with my foam pad on the littlest one, and this will double onto here like so, and then I can get, all my foam pads have been stocked up. Kat did it for me yesterday.
Oh, did she?
I'm absolutely loving life. I've got like one of everything this morning. And then this is going to go on our step, so I'm going to try and get that dead centre in the middle. It will just go over the top of that piece there, but then you can be creating super steppers like this.
Look at those fancy arches. It looks really nice.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. And I love the fact that we've got that main archway as well that we've really utilised from the cardstock. But Dawn's done such a great job of creating cardstocks that you can be so creative with in this sort of way.
And as well, on that topper sheet, you will still have, won't you?
I've got loads,
yeah.
I've got 2 big toppers, 2 sentiments, two little button toppers, and 1.5 of my ribbon strips. So I can use that with so many other elements that we've got coming up. We've got extra for the kits. So
before I get a little telling off, I've got to show the cards. So let's just have a look.
Got to show the cards.
At these cards.
I mean, this one only came off the machines last week, so we were very, very tight with this. So we've just sort of made these internally in the office. But so many different styles. I was really impressed.
And that as well, I think, is one of the cardstock sheets. So
yes.
just using that, creating that like little L shape and cutting around that fairy, and that's just
clever,
like
isn't it?
the front of your card. It's amazing. Oh, I like this one.
A little cat flap.
Look at, I am just crafter. You just watch out, Natalie.
Crafter extraordinaire.
You just watch out.
You're coming for me.
No kidding. And there we go. Look at this. All of those little circle toppers as well. Just, and you've not used loads of that cardstock there, so
no,
you could
just
make
a
quite
tiny
few.
little piece.
Look at this. Nice bit of fussy cutting on that fairy's wing at the front. Oh yes, so elegant.
Cute.
And a lovely little bit of a white border here.
It does look really nice, you know. You wouldn't think, because it's so stark and like quite deep for colourways, you wouldn't think it would look as good with like big thick white borders, but it really does. I think it almost like puts your eye into like the design then, because you've got that nice frame.
And that's the last one there. But there's more fairy inspired goodies to show you, and some really beautiful foiled cardstock. So we designed this one, and it's all edge to edge in gold foiling, and it's a $9.99, which is an amazing price for 16 sheets of foiled edge to edge cardstock. But it's double discount week, isn't it? So you make sure you sign in. Look at these fancy patterns. So this is like another, all the arches again.
I did think about actually fussy cutting those and making a stepper from them, so that they were like those gorgeous like shapes within the design.
Got some lovely flourishes here as well, which you can see running throughout the kit, whether it's like the hair or like the leaves or anything. This is like a nice pattern that you see throughout. I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of polka dots? All these beautiful colours too, like the hot pinks and the greens, and then we've got these more subtle ones. Oh, I really like it. And then a few more flowers here. But just think of all the different things you can do with the foil cardstock. So you can make your mats and layers if you wanted to. You can add strips, you can add little borders. But then if you've just trying to make your topper collection go as far as you possibly can, and you've run out of like cardstock, then you can add toppers onto this. It's all going to go, because these colours have been handpicked to work exactly with everything else.
And they do work really, really nicely alongside like your toppers, like you say, when you've got bits missing, or when you've got a little bit of cardstock but not enough to make a whole card. Like using these as like panels or borders and layers, it really helps.
And then we've got our adorable scoreable selection. So there's 24 sheets in here, and you will just see again all these colours that have been used throughout that topper collection are going to be in this pack. I was going to do, should we do a little test the colours? I know this one now. It's bottle green.
Mint green? Oh no, green tea.
Yes.
Hessian?
Oh, she's good.
I don't know that one.
Ebony.
Yeah. Okay.
So £9.99, £8.99 or £7.99 if you sign into your account. And then we've got a fabulous little Miri selection here. So everybody needs a little bit Miri in their card making, don't they? So £8.99 for your 16 sheets, and you're going to get 8 different colours in this pack, and you're going to get 2 of each colour. I love these. I know we did this the other day. Am I doing it wrong? I was trying to get Lisa.
The other way. She needs to go the other way.
Which way?
I think you just got her.
Did I?
Her. Oh no, that's the door.
Oh, well.
I think. You're going the wrong way.
I'm going the wrong way. One day we'll get them on here. So that's your 16 sheets of Miri, and it's our usual quality Miri. It's that, you know, is it 220?
220.
220. It's the good stuff. And then we've got gemstones and we've got ribbons.
There's so much included.
So you're... Oh, here we go. This is our ribbon. So £9.99. All those beautiful colours, 20 metres here. I think Natalie has handpicked the selection, haven't you?
I have.
So you know it's been picked, so it's going to work perfectly. Even if you just add in a little bow onto some of the little tag shapes or anything.
It just elevates your card, add in different textures. Yeah. And ribbon's a really easy way of doing that.
And then we've got our gemstones here. So these are £9.99. You've got 480 gemstones in this pack. So grab these whilst you can. But also some other exciting news. We've got our prize rollover going, haven't we?
We do. I always forget this.
I've not done it in order, sorry, Lisa. So this is on screen is everything that you can get in the prize rollover. All you have to do is place an order with us during Members Week and you'll be in with a chance of winning everything you can see on this screen.
It's a very good
We've got
prize.
new products in there and everything, things that have only just been released.
Things that are out of stock already.
I know.
You can't get anywhere else.
I know, and sometimes people will come in having a look round saying, have you got any of this in here?
Yeah.
No, this is reserved.
Yeah,
This
don't be
reserved.
looking in here.
No. So we will announce one lucky winner on Monday, and it's our biggest ever prize rollover. It's £600 worth of products in that amazing prize. So good luck to
Very
everybody.
exciting.
I've got a few little more card models before I come back to you. There we go.
Nice.
Using the
That's nice, isn't it? With that little touch of pink mirror behind there. I've only just seen that.
Oh yeah, behind the frame.
Cute.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we've got using the foil cardstock here
Nice.
and there as well.
Oh, I like that panel.
Yeah.
That's a great use of your cardstock, cutting those two panels off.
So next up, you.
Right, so for this one, we're going all pink. And we have to do a cat flap. There's no other way to use this cardstock. So I have been fussy cutting this quite intricately around these leaves. I've not got that much to do now though. I've just got this sort of border edge here. When I fussy cut things like this, you'll see like I'm doing here, I do it in sections. So I kind of go from like one leaf to another leaf and go down along my card like that, and sort of like break up the fussy cutting, and I find that so much easier. So let's just pull this out now, because I was doing this at the very start of the show and Kelly was showing you through all of those toppers. So look how stunning that is now, and you've just got those flowers and that sort of gorgeous detail from the flourishes. So we can pop this off and we can move this away, and now the rest of the cardstock I'm going to put to one side because I'm not actually going to use it with this cardstock that comes with the kit. I'm going to use it with the foil cardstock, so we can leave that to one side to use with a little book or something else. The next step is to measure this, so we're obviously going to do an 8x8, so we've got loads of gorgeous elements on. So let me just line that up on there, and we're going to trim that away, make sure that it's straight, and then I want to measure in length. Now I'm just going to measure from the sort of Hessian edges here, these cream edges, because I don't want it to be too far over and I sort of hide this. So as long as it's up to here, which is 3 inches, we should be fine. And then I just need to work out where I want my cat flap to go. I think I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go for, let's go for like 3/4 of an inch. And ever so lightly we're going over a card blank, because you're just wanting to score the cardstock with that, so that we've got a groove that we can use our scissors down, and then you're not touching the other side. And then we're going to go to 3 3/4, and then that will give me that 3-inch panel here. So again, just scoring that down, and then you can open that out, and I'm going to take my trimmer now into those 2 back panels, and we're just going to remove this away. And now with your scissors you can just take them down this groove and just release that cardstock, and then you've got yourself a gorgeous cat flap. These can be centrally in your panels, they can be off to one side, they can be a whole half front of a card. But when you've got cardstock that you want to really showcase, it's a really nice way of having like a focus point and then loads of sort of like elements in the background. So cards ready, panels ready. Now I need to do my mats and layers. So I'm going to use this in the back of my cardstock. I've cut this to 8x8, but this design is beautiful, so I want to gut it out. I know that my cardstock and my other layer is going to be 7x7. So if I line this up to 1 1/4 on this side of my trimmer, and then use my blade and just measure again the 1 1/4 all the way down to like 6 3/4, and just run that down my panel. Then I have, with a little bit of help, I'm going to just use my knife just to marry my edges together now. I can keep this and use this on a different card. So let's bring all of our pieces together. I'm also going to bring in this cardstock, so I'm just going to trim that down to just slightly under 7 by 7. I'm going to go for 6 3/4, so I've got enough space for a nice edge. And I'm cutting it so that the artwork as well still sort of stays in that design. So I can now mat and layer these together. So we'll go in with our tape runner and we'll pop this straight onto our mirror. So our mirror 7 by 7. And then I'm going to just go on the outside edge of my mat here. Line this up to the 8 by 8, and then we can stick this in the middle of here, and we know that we've left enough space for that to stick really nicely, but we're bringing in both of those gorgeous foil patterns.
Your
so
sister
again,
is watching.
my sister,
Yeah.
it's her birthday today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
She's a grand old age of 26.
Oh,
Um,
too young.
too young. I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? Absolutely disgusting. But I'm babysitting later so that her and her fiance can go out for tea.
That's nice. Good auntie duties.
I know, I'm thrilled.
Are you the fun auntie?
Am I?
Are you going to be going around with Smarties and fizzy pops?
No, because I want them to go to bed.
Okay.
I want them to go to bed at a reasonable hour, and they are mental, so they do not need it. But they did get new fancy dress costumes yesterday. So honestly, Kelly, I'll show you some photos. Very cute. We've got Harry Potter costume, Woody from Toy Story,
Oh.
Elmer, the elephant.
Yeah.
That one's hilarious. Comes with a little head thing. So yeah, me and Dan are going to go and make sure that the Rugrats are in bed. Hopefully.
Emma has said, I'm surprised you remembered my age.
It was on her birthday cake on the weekend.
That's the only reason.
It was very cute as well because she, funnily enough, she'd made her own cake, which is very a thing that we would do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she'd made her own birthday cake, and my mum was trying to get the boys to come in the kitchen so that we could like light the candles and surprise her. So they went in the kitchen, and then Lennon was playing. He was doing something else. And my mum was trying to get his attention, so she opened the kitchen door, and as she opened the kitchen door, Cove came out and whispered to Emma, really intently, like staring in her eyes, and went, "Mummy, we're going to do your birthday cake." I was like, Cove, it's a surprise. It was very, very funny, but yeah. So let's pop this on. I'm very excited to go over though, because I've been making her birthday present. Have I told you about my New Year's resolution?
No.
So my New Year's resolution this year is to crochet people presents.
Oh, okay.
So I asked her what she wanted, and she wanted a super chunky cardigan.
Yeah.
So I finished it last night. I was just finishing the edgings on it. But yeah, I'll show you it before I take it over. It's it is one that if she doesn't like it, I will be asking for it back because it's very nice and it cost a lot of money in wool.
Yeah, I bet you're taking that idea back now because
Also
wool
very
can
heavy.
be expensive.
Honestly, it was really expensive. So it was only 100 gram balls of wool that they sold. And I think altogether I used 18 balls of wool because I literally did like one row and it was gone because it's super, super chunky. But it does look really good.
Well, can I try it on? Emma, can I try you?
You'll have to ask
your birthday
her.
present on before it comes to yours.
It's made with love from me and Oscar because there's definitely lots of little Oscar hairs in it, but it's okay because she loves him. So let's just pop this on here. And then I want to make sure that you can see it, but it's kind of also like hidden a little bit. So I'm going to place that onto there like so. And then I think because, actually, before I take that out, let's go in with my dotted tape runner and I'm going to go in and just go over my edges. I find it a lot easier to do it this way than to take your frame out and then try and put your dotty tape runner on it. And because it's that dotty tape runner, it obviously only goes where you want it to go, so you can still remove this now, and all of those edges are quite clean. So I'm going to place this in like so. And then I'm going to go in with 4mm foam pads. We love a chunky foam pad. Well, let's find those ones. And I'm just going to place that straight into the gap so you know where that top is going to sit. So 4mm foam pads on there. And that is going to fit onto here. And then a mixture of sentiments. I've got two. So I've got this one which says you make everything better by just being you. So I think I'm going to go there with that. And then this one says have a beautiful day, which I'm going to like crisscross over here. But you've also got all of this space. So if you wanted to, you could actually pop this in here and then place that as the sentiment up here. I might do that actually. Just because we do have a lot of space there. We also have a lot more sentiments that you could add on. It really depends how much you're wanting to do, because this has still got another big sentiment. You've got that another small one which you could put here as well, and then you've got a couple of button sort of toppers in there. So let's just pop this on here, and then we're going to layer that over the top like so. This one can go on with 1mm foam pads. We don't want 2mm foam pads for that, but this is a tag topper. So what I'm going to do as well is add a little ribbon
that'd be
bow
nice.
to that. So we can pop this across here so it's in line with that nice border that we've added on, and then we can go in with our super bright pink ribbon that is coming to you in that ribbon selection. I do like the fact that we do this because it's my least favourite thing, trying to find things that match, just in life in general. Like I've spent at least probably now well over £15 on tile samples, and I still can't find a tile sample that I like. So the fact that, because I want it to match. So the fact that I know it matches, I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to be going to this place to find some ribbon or trialing this ribbon out to see if this one fits. A little glue dot on there to make sure that sticks really nicely, and then I'm going to put my ribbon on the side as well.
That's pretty.
There you go. With a little cat flap.
Oh, it looks lovely, that. It's
and
so
you've
nice.
still got that really nice design on the inside as well.
Yeah. Oh, you could put like a little secret message in there if you wanted to.
Yeah, all sorts.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
It's okay.
Right, let's just quickly recap our Win It Daily. So today, all you have to do is like, share and comment your answer to the following question. Who once played Dopey in Panto? Was it A, Kat, B, Natalie, or C, Dan? So let us know, answer who you think it might be, and we will let you know who's won tomorrow, and you will get 5,000 reward points added to your account. Amazing. So, before I didn't see all the comments coming through. I saw a few for Dan.
Yeah.
But not many others. So I'll keep a lookout now that the iPad's next to me and see what everybody's guessing. But, if Emma's watching, if anybody wants to do any, digging, you could,
That would be cheating. We're not cheating, Kelly.
Okay. Right, so the last thing we want to show you with this collection is this incredible Moonstone die. So this is our Floral Elegance Aperture die. So when I was showing you the little book before and you could see all the pages and all like the circles and the arches, then this die is going to work amazing with that. I mean, it's really elegant. It's got like those flourishes and the like little floral details that will look great in mirror. It'll look great cut into card to let your picture shine through behind. And then it's got a sentiment as well, and it says beautiful birthday wishes. But this is the sort of card that you can make.
I love this.
Isn't that nice? It just
so
adds
pretty.
a little something extra, doesn't
and
it?
I love the fact that it fits really nicely with your other circle nesting dies. So obviously this is a cut-in die, which means it could be like on a square panel, it could be on a rectangle panel. But the fact that you can then, it works with the dies we already have in our nesting shapes, means that you can make really nice cards like this one.
And we've also given you these little extra flower dies there as well, so you can just add a few more details onto your aperture if you want to. So £14.99, that will go into our usual Moonstone multi-buy, which is only 2 for £24.98, but you can get this for a little bit less during our members week, and you can grab this for £13.49.
Nice.
It's a beautiful die. But we've got some more cards to show you. We've got quite a lot, you know. Did you say this didn't go out to the design team?
No, it didn't go out to the design team because we just didn't have the time. So it was done in house.
Oh wow!
So yeah, we got on it, Kelly.
You guys did.
We make the most of it. I always like if stuff can't go out to the design team, when we work on it in the office, what we tend to do is we tend to all make as many cards as we can from one topper.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I think I managed to do about 12, I think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I did 12 from the whole topper collection. And I did some really fancy cards with like lots of, like a whole piece of cardstock and stuff like that. I used some of the other card blanks. So yeah, we like to challenge ourselves. We often tell you that you can do these things. So it's nice to be able to prove that you can.
Well, it's got a little bit of an acetate box there, a little acetate window, and stick those toppers on the front. So nice little bit of dimension there. It's really cool. And then look at this little fancy one.
Cute.
Yeah, that's just perfect for those shaped toppers there. So that's all the cards, but something else is happening today as well. It's Thursday, so it's Throwback Thursday.
Oh, nice.
So if you know you're placing an order today and you're grabbing this new collection, you're adding it to your baskets, just have a little look at what we've got in our Throwback Thursday category. So today we've picked just a few collection of inserts that are at an incredible price. So first up is this our shabby chic ones, which are £1.99. 24 inserts in there, but the themes are all quite springy. You've got cottages, bikes and everything, so you know you can use them for all sorts of, just good to have in your stash, isn't it, for £1.99. And then we've got a few Deco Delight luxury card inserts, 48 sheets in this pack, and there's 16 designs. And then we've got this huge pack, which is 48 sheets in here. It's our floral favourite luxury inserts and papers in here. So you get 48, 24 A4 inserts and 24 double-sided papers. Again, £1.99. And then we have these beautiful papers as well. So these are just double-sided papers, and they are floral watercolour double-sided papers. So if you batch make, or if you make cards for to sell on fairs or anything like that, it's really handy to have some.
It's always really
inserts,
nice to have like A4 double-sided papers as well. Like there's a lot more you can do with a piece of A4. So having just the different designs you'll get in there, great for £1.99.
Absolutely. So have a little nosy at that if you're on the website today. But let's just recap this incredible bundle. Our main star of the show today, it's our Fairy Decadence Ultimate Collection. So everything you see on screen there, you're going to get. You're going to get the full topper collection, which includes over 100 foiled and die cut elements. You're going to get the little book. There's 120 pages in there. The inserts as well, the double-sided papers, and that's coming in at £26.97. That saves you £11 this week only. So if you want this, make sure you get it while you can save a little bit more. But let's come back to you.
Okay, so let's use that die and our little books. We've not used that yet. I'm also going to bring in some more of those foil cards and papers, but I'm taking my frame die, and it really doesn't matter sort of like which way you use this. There is this beautiful sort of like flourish on the bottom part here, but you could have that like on the side, so it looked like it was sort of like a clasp maybe that you were looking into. But we're going to place it onto some of the green mirror that we've got with this collection. I love this like orange colour that we've got, and I'm just going to stick that down. So let's just place that on there, and then while we're doing this as well, I'm going to make use of this like little gap I've got here, and I'm also going to fussy cut out my matte and layer for my sentiment that comes with that, and then we can use this tiny bit of gold mirror here to do our wording. So let's grab that on here.
I've got a really good question for you, Nat.
Yeah.
Do the design team or staff struggle when the project is not particularly your style? How do you get past it?
This happens quite a lot. Not gonna lie, there are very often times collections that we find a little bit challenging and difficult. Me personally, if I'm really struggling with a kit and it's just not, I'm not getting any sort of like inspiration or ideas from like card stocks or layouts and things like that, I will use our layout library. So I will go into that layout library and I will just copy the sort of designs that are in there and just use them with the collections that we're working on. And that's something I do very often when I am struggling. Not necessarily because I don't like the kit, although sometimes it is, it's just not to my taste. But sometimes it's also just when you're having like an off day, because we have them. We all have them, and you know, when you do make cards every single day, it can be very monotonous as well. So it's nice to challenge myself. Sometimes I'll use a layout library, other times I'll focus on trying to create like every card that I make a different shape card blank. So I'll work on and have a look online at like different kinetic cards, and I'll see how I can like bring them into the design. So there's loads of different ways that I'll challenge myself to do that. So yeah, we have those days.
And I think it's good as well that there's so much inspiration online, whether it's our website, whether it's Pinterest.
Yeah, there's loads, isn't there?
And we upload so many different variations of the cards. So if you're having a day where you've not got any inspiration or you don't know where to start,
the gallery is great for that.
As soon as you look, it might just give you that starting point and then
set you off on your journey. So let's just pop these out. As you can see, that frame has just, all the bits have fallen out beautifully, and it does cut this phenomenal aperture out. You also do get some little floral dies included in there as well if you want to be layering up any flower elements. We're just going to keep it like this though, just trying to pop out this text. It's a little bit tight in here. That's when you know it's a good die, when you're struggling to get your words out. It's really suctioned in there. So you've got that beautiful birthday wishes, absolutely gorgeous sentiment. We're going to lay that on there. So next for our image, so I am going to use this design, and like I said before, these are so pretty that you can literally just use one image. So what I've done is I've fussy cut around her wings and her hands, and what we're going to do is we are just going to shimmy this into place so that her wings stand up over this frame. What I do want to do is add some foam pads around here. So I'm just going to go in and around this space that we have here, we're just going to add our foam pads.
a lot of answers for Dan. Dan and Kat.
I can imagine Dan as playing that character. You should have seen him just before we went live in here.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's getting a bit crazy, isn't he? He's getting crazy nervous because they're going to Frankfurt tomorrow, and he won't be wanting to think about that. So he's just going a little bit crazy with everything else, I think. It's starting to happen. So I'm just going to bend up these wings so I can just manoeuvre those around there. And then I want to make sure that I'm still getting quite a lot of that fairy in the top, but also that you can't see any sort of edge of my little book page. I'm just going to do that, and then what you can do is like place those wings back down, but still so they're like up and floating. And if you wanted to, you could then stick another page underneath so that you can't see any of that working. What we're going to do though is I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill in a few more of these gaps. I love that you can see how messy the backside of a card is sometimes, because until you encapsulate it, it can look all types of crazy. So let's just get that on there. So it fits on the same way, and then with a little bit of tape runner, we can just go on the back of my little book page so that that's going to sit as well. And then we're going to put this onto some gold mirror to really make it stand out. So that is going to fit on here, like so. And then we're going to make a box for this to go on. so it can go on the top of your box lid. So I've got some of our adorable Scorable, and I've got some of our coordinating foil card, and this is 8x8 in squares. So we're going to do the top one, which on your box lid side, so on here, and I'm just going to go around and score this at 1.
I've got another question for you.
Yeah.
What is your favourite kit that you've worked on where you didn't really have to think about what you was doing? So I guess it just came to you naturally.
Any of the Personally Yours collections, do you know, with those gorgeous like letters that have...
working?
Huh?
Did you like
Has it fallen off? Have I pulled it out?
I don't know, someone's just come in to say what's happened now.
Oh.
It's still here. It's on. Oh, wait, no. What's happened?
Oh. Hopefully we will get Nat back up and running in a second.
It's on, but it's not doing anything. Hello? Oh, it's working now.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like the Wi-Fi must have gone out or something because it's just come back on.
How funny.
Very weird. Yeah, Personally Yours collections.
Okay.
I loved them. Absolutely loved them. So I've done exactly the same on both pieces of paper, but I've just used the box lid side for the top and the box base side for the bottom. And then you want to get your scissors.
Do you know, your mic going then just made me thought of a really fun little challenge idea. We could do like Natalie crafting and one of us have to like
Do a voice.
do the
Voiceover
voiceover.
it.
So right now I'm cutting little triangles out of each side of my square.
Just carry it on for the rest of the demo, Kelly. I just won't talk.
No, don't. Guess the sizes of the cards. I've made a score here at 1 notch, maybe 3 notches.
It'd be interesting to see if you ever got like how close you got to making it like right.
Yeah.
For the purpose of time, I'm going to go in with my tape runner. But oh no, I'm not because that's run out. Let's see if this one's got any in it. Oh, it's full. We're fine. But when you're at home, definitely use your red liner tape because then you're going to be able to make sure that it's super sturdy for any of your gifts to go in, and then you can just pop all of these scores in.
So can you use one of our circle nesting dies?
Yes, you can use our straight edge nesting die. You can use our what are they called? Stitch edge nesting die, dotty edge nesting die, any of our other circles and scallops as well.
Yeah.
Any of the circle nesting dies, they're going to work with this.
Karen has said, shame it doesn't have an outer die for the main die, but you can just use the
You can just
the
use any
circles,
of your
can't you?
nesting dies, yeah. That's why we've done it, because we know that most people will have those circle nesting dies in their stash, and it's been designed to work with them really nicely. So there you go. If you've got that die, grab it. If you haven't, then add it to your wish list.
Yes, absolutely.
Add it to your wish list and get answering the Win It Daily question, because you never know, it might be you winning that one. So now I have got a 6x6 inch box that fits here perfectly, and I can place this on the top of here. Now I, for some reason, thought my box was going to be a little bit bigger. However, I do like the fact that it's just on the edges of here. I thought I was going to have a little bit more space around the outside of this, so maybe I would have cut this down a little bit smaller, but this is what happens in crafting.
I think it looks really nice.
I'd like to say that I could put my sister's cardigan in here, but when I show you the size of the bag that is in,
I mean, that might have to put some socks in.
oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. And then my dotty tape runner for my sentiment again. And then we can add that back onto here. The beautiful birthday wishes, and then a little foam pad to stick that on. And I'm just going to do a little lining for my box. So I'm going to pop that in the middle there, and then we can open that box up, and I'm going to go in with this paper pad, double-sided paper, sorry. So we just need to take a little bit off here so that is going to fit. Oh, that was very wonky. See if we can fix that. It should fit in. It might just be a little bit longer on one side. Oh. So we can pop that now in the middle of here. Oh, there we go. It fits perfect.
Oh, that's really...
So you've got that nice little lining on the bottom. And then you've got your box, which fits so well together with that beautiful aperture on the front.
Oh, that fairy, the little wings.
It's really cute, isn't it?
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Absolutely gorgeous. There you
Little
go.
box. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Some lovely comments, which makes me laugh because it's just that how much everybody knows you. I said,
What, with my measurements?
no, Natalie doesn't need a mic. We could still hear her. This is true. Right, well, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed the demos and I hope you've enjoyed the brand new collection today. Amy is down at Hobby Maker this afternoon. She's there at 3 o'clock with another craft stash pad. So if you watched the shows last week, you'd have seen us launch our crafty stash pads. So we've got a new one. It's called an
Brand new one already.
I know, an Easter wish, and it's really, really cute.
It's gorgeous.
And then we've got our For the Love of Stamps, the next collection with our cute and cuddly range. So
Have you seen them?
Beautiful.
They're adorable.
So yeah, they really are. Stamps, mass and dies in that, and then she's got a 3 for 2 on Deluxe Craft Pads at 8 p.m. She's got a jam-packed day. But we'll be back tomorrow on Hunky Dory Craft TV to bring some springtime cheer with that crafty stash pad. And it's you again.
Me again?
Yeah.
Am I
Is it?
demoing again? I'm not demoing again. It's Kat, isn't it?
It's Nat and Kat. Yeah.
Let's hope the M6 is good to us tomorrow.
Yes, thank you everybody for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow.